Good evening to those that are joining the stream. I am Dr. Felicia, just going to give it another moment or two for anybody that is going to pop in. Hi, Healing House of Beauty. Nice to have you in. We're just taking a brief moment to go ahead and like, share, follow anybody that you know that may be interested in our topic this evening. I'm going to go ahead and get the topic up over here on Facebook. We're talking about the power of meditation this evening. So, anybody that you know that may be a little bit stressed out in this time, okay? Go ahead and tag them in the comments. They may want to jump in for this discussion this evening. And please do remember that it is interactive, okay? So, I love it when you all talk to me and I get to talk back, right? Thanks for the hearts there. Of course, that lets everybody, more people know that we are on. And we are going to get ready to get rolling in just a moment. So those hearts in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, when you hit those, it alerts more people that we are on this live stream. Okay? So thanks to those that have joined early, I would say, or on time. Thank you. Your presence is always appreciated. All right. So, for anybody that may not be familiar with me, I am Dr. Felicia, physiotherapist and certified health coach. And I help genuine open women create true freedom in their lives through better eating and movement habits so they can enjoy fuller lives and be around longer for their families. Okay. I am the proprietor of Adderley Physiotherapy over on Mackey Street in the Mackey Street Plaza here in sunny Nassau, Bahamas. All right, let's see. Over the years, I have helped hundreds of patients reach their physiotherapy goals. Physiotherapy and physical therapy actually mean the same thing, in case anybody was wondering. Now that I am also a certified health coach, it's my mission to help thousands more women to reach their health and wellness goals. We all need a little bit of help sometimes, okay? That's something that, it takes a little bit of strength to acknowledge that you need help, okay? Especially in these times. We have so many things that we want to do and we can't do them all alone. And a lot of times we know what it is that we need to do, the changes that we need to make with our health. It's hard getting started a lot of the time, okay? So I'm here to help you get started, get the strategies that you need, get on the road to better health and wellness. When you fall off the wagon, I'm there to give you that boost back up onto it, okay? It happens to the best of us. Let's see. Healing House of Beauty says, love that Bahamas is beautiful. Yes. Have you been here before? I'm just adjusting this a little bit so I can read your comments. Okay. Have you been here before? Healing House of Beauty sounds like you've been here before. We would love to host you again. We love visitors and tourists down here in the islands, okay? And thank you so much for the compliment on our country. So, any information that we do discuss in this broadcast, it cannot be taken as medical advice. It's just general information. I do not know the specifics of anybody's case, situation. I'm just giving you some general information this evening. Before you were to make any changes to your eating regimen or your exercise regimen, so the way that you eat, the way that you move, please do always consult your primary care physician. Otherwise, make sure that you are under the care of a licensed healthcare professional. All right, and I'll let you know before we end this broadcast this evening, if you wanted to work with me one-on-one as a health coach, how you would do that. All right, so April is Stress Awareness Month. I can't even believe how fast April has flown by, let alone the first 4 months of the year, okay? I don't know if anybody else feels that way. If you do, let me know in the comments. April and frankly, the beginning of 2022 seems to have flown by. But April is indeed Stress Awareness Month. Okay, so let me define stress for you first off. Hi, Black Success Life. Thanks for joining. All right, so what is stress? Stress is a state of mental or emotional strain or tension. It's resulting from adverse or demanding circumstances. Anybody been under some adverse or demanding circumstances? Say over the last 2 years. Go ahead if you want to let us know in the comments you could, but I think I know the answer for most people. All right, I have just a couple of stress statistics here for you. Okay, here's some stress stats. So, 87% of Americans report inflation and increased price of items as a significant source of stress for them. Okay, that is 87%. Okay, 65% of Americans find that the economy and money are also stressors for them. Okay. Yes. Someone agrees here. Healing House of Beauty says that the world is still recovering. Definitely still recovering from the events of the past 2 years. And I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but that was also mentioned in this report. This is a survey by the American Psychological Association. It's a stress survey. And they looked at these different points. And one of the things that's stressing people out also is the war in the Ukraine. It just seems like one thing after the next, like the hits just keep on coming. I couldn't really wrap my mind around like this being, there's no good time for war, but I can't see how someone thought this was a good time. This is like a colossally bad time. Like could we, I don't know if this is only a Caribbean term. Could we catch ourselves? Could we have a chance? Crazy, crazy, crazy times. But a source of stress for many Americans. I would venture to say also Bahamians as well. Um, because we're all in this together. We all are going to be affected by it and are already affected by it. So yeah, it's a source of stress for many. So what are some of the physical signs of stress? Things like fatigue, muscle aches, and headaches. Okay, that's another sign, physical sign of stress. Indigestion or heartburn, difficulty breathing, okay, panic attacks, okay, difficulty sleeping, blurred eyesight or sore eyes, chest pain, high blood pressure, nausea, and bowel changes like diarrhea and constipation. That's a lot going on. So as we kind of go through this presentation, please do feel free to think on the types of things that you may have been experiencing and see if any of this sounds familiar. Okay? All right. So, let's see. Psychological and emotional signs of stress. Depression or anxiety, okay? Anger, irritability, restlessness, feeling overwhelmed, unmotivated or unfocused, trouble sleeping or sleeping too much. Okay, it could be either or. You could have a difficulty sleeping, or you could be like wanting to sleep all the time. Racing thoughts or constant worry, problems with memory or concentration, making bad decisions. Okay, I don't know. Let me know, y'all. Someone says lack of appetite. I feel like that's more of I would personally classify that more as a symptom or sign of depression, which depression is a sign of stress. And so I think the lack of appetite could be a sign of depression. So I would say they're all interrelated. But some people, I think that's the appetite could be almost like how they're looking at the sleeping. The sleeping, I think okay, are we back? Hi, Beauty in the Network. I think we had a brief break in transmission. Drop a 1 in the comments if you can see and hear me, everybody. All right. So we were talking about appetite. Someone was asking if appetite was a sign of stress. Or loss of appetite. And I feel like that could go either way. Thanks, Healing House of Beauty. So I'm glad that you all can see and hear again. And I feel like that could go either way. Like, because I think sometimes when you're stressed, some people like stress eat, that's a thing. I know some people that would say they'll pick up, even if they were like really on the road to better health and like on their health and wellness journey, they may have like a stressful event coming up, like maybe taking an exam, and then they kind of like fall back into their less healthy habits. And it can happen to the best of us, okay? All of a sudden, you start to want something that, you really don't even bother to eat too much anymore. But that's a part of the health coaching, the one-on-one health coaching that I do also. And it's important to know that it's okay. Like if you fall off the wagon, that you just get back on again. Relapse is a real thing. It happens to everyone, and we have so much going on worldwide today, that hey, if you fall down, it's okay. I'm here to help you dust yourself off and just get back up again, and let's all keep moving together. So there are actually many ways, of course, to deal with stress. So let me know in the comments, what are some things that you all do to deal with your stress? Okay, drop some things for me in the comments. Let's see. And what I'll do, as you're kind of dropping those in the comments, I'll talk about one thing, which is the basis of our discussion. I just wanted to give you a little background there on stress. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit this evening about meditation. So, how do we define meditation? It's to engage in contemplation or reflection, or to engage in mental exercise. So, it's exercise for the brain, right? It's interesting. So let's talk a little bit more about it. Let's dig a little bit deeper down. So there are actually several types of meditation. Several types. So a few of them are mindfulness meditation, spiritual meditation, focused meditation, movement meditation, mantra meditation, transcendental meditation, progressive relaxation, or loving kindness meditation. So, just a few options there. So, we have a few persons that are sharing what are the types of things they like to do to de stress. We have Rain says that she likes to listen to music, healing house of beauty, get into nature, journal, rest, get a hug. Oh, those are all really, really good ones. I think it also depends on what are the things that you like. And if ever looking for a stress management technique, go to the things that you like. Always take it back to basics. It may have been something that brought you peace when you were in your teenage years or whenever, or even, hey, you could take it back to childhood if you need to. So always go back to those things that used to bring you comfort in the past. Those things will likely still work for you in the present. All really, really good ones. Yes. Does anybody miss hugs since the pandemic? Yeah, that one was kind of a hard one. I think it was even hard, like, yeah, because a good hug can make things better. If only just for a few moments, leaves you with that warm and fuzzy feeling. Okay, so meditation. Those are several types of meditation. Meditation is one way that people can use to deal with stress. So we're going to focus mostly on mindfulness meditation, and I'll give you a little bit more info on that. I won't keep you too much longer this evening. All right, but I want to give you a little bit something that you can hopefully take away from this, so that you can improve your life and enrich your present. Okay. So, based on paying attention to the breath as it goes in and out. So, this is from mindfulness meditation. So, it's paying attention to the breath as you breathe in and out. And you're just noticing if your thoughts wander away from this focus on the breath. And if it wanders away, which it will, okay, then you just kind of bring it back. I thought of this analogy earlier today, and the analogy is, think about if anybody here has a dog or has ever had a dog at any time, and your dog has ever gotten lost. What do you do when your dog wanders away from home? You get in your car, you drive around the neighborhood, you find your dog, you put them in your car, and you take them back home. So that is what you do when your thoughts wander away from focusing on the breathing in and out. You go out, you get it, and you bring your thoughts back home. That's all. Very, very simple. But I would say that that is also, when you think of meditation being described as mental exercise, that is the exercise. Although meditation can, on the surface, look like you're just sitting there doing nothing, To sit there and do nothing with your mind and not allow your thoughts to race or wander is exercise. Okay, it takes work. Let's see. Healing House of Beauty says, yes, meditation is so powerful. Absolutely. Wonderful. That's an excellent observation and comment. Okay, so the focus or the point of returning to the breath, it allows a person to learn how to return to and remain in the present moment. Because let's tell the truth, it happens to a lot of us. You're in one place and your mind, your body is one place and your mind is somewhere else. And even the term mindful eating, it's focused on or centered around not just eating your food and scarfing it down, actually tasting it, appreciating the taste, the textures, taking the time to like savor and enjoy each mouthful and not just like scarfing it down. We know that sometimes we eat and we don't even taste, it's like we barely tasted it, especially if you're eating and doing something else at the same time. So that's really what being mindful is about. It's about being focused on the here and now. Sometimes our minds are in the past. Sometimes our minds are way, way into the future. But one of the purposes of meditation would be to just enjoy and appreciate the here and now. Okay. So the process of meditation, if you want to know how do you do it, how do you meditate, right? So the first thing would be to find a calm, quiet place to sit. Then choose a specific time limit. When you're just starting out with meditating, 5 or 10 minutes is enough. 5 minutes is like the perfect amount of time, like to take action. So there is something that we call in health coaching taking a 5-minute action, just 5 minutes. So it can be very simple, even if you have something that seems like a monumentous task, or for instance, when you're trying to get your health in order. Just take 5 minutes to do something small towards creating a big change. Okay. Sometimes it's too much to think of, oh, I need to slot out 2 hours to do XYZ. Start off by breaking that down into something that you can do for just 5 minutes towards that greater task. It will make the world of difference, because sometimes you just get overwhelmed thinking that you have this whole big mountain to climb. The way to start climbing the mountain is to make the first step. Okay, so 5-minute actions. So the next thing would be to position your body. So you could be seated with your feet on the ground, like I am right now. So just sitting upright, feet on the ground. You could also be slightly reclined. The legs could also be loosely crossed. So the thing is to be like comfortable. The body shouldn't be tense. You could even be kneeling. Okay, you just want to be in some position that you could actually maintain comfortably for the 5 to 10 minutes. And let's see, 5, recognize, oh, pardon me. Let me scan back. The next thing would be to feel the breath as it goes in and out. Then you'll want to recognize when your mind or thoughts start to wander. And when that happens, just return the focus on the breath. So when the dog runs away from home, go get the dog, bring it back home. Forgive yourself for the loss of focus. It is going to happen. It's going to happen because, truth be told, we are not accustomed to sitting and doing nothing. When do we actually ever naturally do that? Never. Okay, so the meditation will then be that time out to take and just focus on your breath in and out. Breathing is also important for pain control. We're going to get to a couple of, going to end and round it out by giving you about 5 purposes or benefits of meditation. Okay. So then after you do this process for about 5 or 10 minutes, then when you close it out with kindness to yourself. Take a moment to be aware of the sounds in your environment. There are some guided meditations that will kind of have you focus on different things. There are some that will have you focus on something that maybe you could compare it to being white noise. You could like listen and focus on the sound of a fan or whatever is in your immediate area. You can focus on, hey, the wind blowing through the trees outside. So you pick a sound that is already existing in your immediate area, and you can focus on that also as you do your breathing in and out. Also, as you close, note how your body feels. Note your thoughts and emotions. You can meditate with your eyes either open or closed. It depends on you. Do what works best for you. If closing your eyes helps you to focus better on the breath and less distractions from what you may see in your environment, then you can do that also. But it's really up to you. That's definitely very flexible. So, how often should a person meditate? A person should meditate daily if possible. Okay, it will help and keep you focused. Recent research from a neuroscientist by the name of Amishi Jha shows that 12 minutes of meditation 5 days a week can improve attention. So, again, 5 minutes can make a big difference by exercising this kind of like mindful muscle or mental muscle. Then it helps you during the times that you are not meditating to have better attention and focus. So, I would suggest try it out and then like notice the changes and the differences. Like, how do you feel after? Are you more focused? I find personally a good time, like when I feel like I need to take out time for meditation. If I don't do it at a set time, then I would just do it at a time. If I notice that I start to feel unfocused or groggy, then I go ahead and I would like take out a couple of minutes just to like do a quick meditation. Whatever I have time for, again, 5 to 10 minutes is adequate. I would just do that. And honestly, it helps me to bounce and be able to like get through the rest of the day with more focus and better attention. It's like your brain just needs a little rest. Just needs a little rest from thinking about all the things, right? I find that it works. I would encourage you all to try it and see what you think for yourselves. So, mindfulness allows us to use our intentional brain instead of being on autopilot. Anybody ever felt like they were just on autopilot, just doing the things? Autopilot. Sometimes I think we even drive and we're on autopilot. Anybody ever had that sensation of like you lost a piece of the drive somewhere? If it's somewhere that you go frequently, like let's say you take the same path to work every day, there may be a section of the drive you get to work and you actually recognize that you didn't remember a part of the drive. And it's like you were just at work. Autopilot. Okay, so the more that we practice things like meditation, the more practice we get with it, the stronger that it gets. So then we'll over time create like better habits, we'll be more attentive, right? It was pretty interesting stuff. So when we do things that are, let's say, like new tasks or habits, and this is why it's really good. We've talked about in previous broadcasts, trying new things, learning new skills. It doesn't have to be a skill that you can, let me use one of the buzzwords of the year last year. It doesn't have to be something that you monetize. It can just be something that you enjoy for yourself. Learn a new skill. There are so many places online as well as in person that you can pick up a new skill. I find that there are schools and like high schools locally and colleges that offer classes or training. Sometimes it's just a 1 day thing, or it may be 3 classes, 5 classes that you can just learn something new. It could be pick something that you're interested in. It could be music, like someone said. Maybe you want to try your hand at learning an instrument or a new instrument if you know how to play something already. It could be baking cakes. It could be baking bread. They have classes for everything. If you wanted to do something online, then Skillshare has a ton of different classes, courses in almost every subject area you could think of. And what learning new tasks would do is that it would help the brain to create new neural pathways. Okay, so then instead of just using the old pathways all the time, the ones that are already on autopilot, you would be literally stretching yourself or stretching your brain to create new pathways to learn these new skills. Okay. And it's important. Okay. So when you think about things like, so this is it's a function that occurs in the gray matter of the brain. You have gray matter and white matter. And it's important. So when you think about things like Alzheimer's and dementia developing, it would be something that would help and kind of push that back. So nobody want that, okay? That's not a part of being, fabulous as a part of this our community that we are building here. All right? So we want to, I'm sure that we all want this, okay? We want to be women that are in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. We want to still be fabulous. We want to be in good health, physically and mentally, right? Because it's not just about the body. It's not enough to even have a good looking or a functioning body, in my opinion. We do want to feel good on the inside as well, right? We want to be a healthy, whole person, and that takes a lot. Something else that I delve into deeper in my coaching program is the pillars of wellness. Physical wellness is just one, okay? There's several more that need to be addressed in order for a person to be healthy and whole, right? And to really be existing as the highest form of their true selves. It is a lot of work and it is a work in progress. If you need somebody to help you with it, I'm here. We'll journey together. Okay, so to use your intentional brain more. So this is the part of the brain that is not on autopilot. To use your intentional brain more, do things like this. If you have intention to meditate or do yoga, put your yoga mat or meditation pillow somewhere where you can't miss it as a reminder. Somewhere that that you have to walk by, okay? Make sure that you put it there so that you can't ignore it and you say, "Oh yeah, I need to get that little meditation in." Update your reminders that you may write on sticky notes often so that you have variety. You can make them funny things. Oh my gosh, I use so many sticky notes. I don't know if anybody else is like me. I like different shapes. I like different colors. I'm kind of I don't know why I like them so much. This one is like a terrarium with succulents inside. So make it fun. Basically, is the point. Give me this comment is coming in. Can I get more on that? Let me know what you want more on. Just go ahead and clarify that for me because I'm not sure exactly which point you wanted more on. So just let me know, clarify for me in the comments. Okay, so you want to update your reminders that you may put on sticky notes if you want to put things on like sticky notes and stick it on your mirror, wherever. Okay, I put notes everywhere. I love sticky notes. Another comment here. I use my phone. Yes, I agree with you. I use lots and lots of I use lots of sticky notes and timers that I set in my phone. Okay. Someone wanted more on the pillars. Yes. We're going to talk, just stick with me. We're going to talk a whole lot more about these pillars of wellness. You're going to see a lot more of that, especially as I develop the coaching program. You're going to see a lot of this content coming out over the next several weeks. So just stick with me. It's going to be something that you're going to be seeing and hearing more and more of from me. So make sure that you have liked and that you have subscribed, followed, okay, because you're going to see a lot of this conversation occurring. Okay, I'm going to be talking a lot about the pillars of wellness. Okay, it's interesting stuff and important stuff. Okay, definitely stick with me. And if you want to get more right away, then of course you can always click the link in the bio and you can go down to where it says your health coach and you can sign up for one-on-one coaching if you want to actually get a call and find out how I can assist you in getting scheduled for a wellness assessment, a wellness makeover assessment call, then you can go ahead and just DM me the word call, and I will go ahead and get you the link so that you can get on my schedule to get the call so that you will know if the one-on-one coaching is right for you. But I will go all through the pillars of wellness with you, and then we go ahead and we address the areas that need to be addressed for each individual, because everybody needs a little something different. That is what's good about the one-on-one health coaching. You can get it tailored to you. So it's not like a pattern program that everybody gets the same thing. It's tailored to each specific person, because some people need more time on certain things. Some people may need not need some of the topics at all. Okay, so let's see. Also, to help use your intentional brain more, you want to create those new patterns. For instance, you can incorporate the breathing so much more. You can incorporate it by, let's say, for instance, creating this new habit. When the phone rings, take a deep breath before you answer it. Especially if you don't know who's on the other end, and if they're coming to try and stress you out that day, okay? Because they can only do it if we allow it. But yes, definitely think about doing things like that, okay? Taking a deep breath before answering the phone, answering the door, or every time you approach a doorway, take a deep breath, right? So this is a part of like that being more mindful. So here are 5 reasons that you should meditate. Okay, 1, it helps you to understand your pain. As a physiotherapist, of course, my background is in physiotherapy, and that is basically one of the things that we would advise persons to help with their pain control is by utilizing deep breathing. Okay, the second reason, it lowers stress. Okay, that's an excellent reason in and of itself. Number 3, it helps with connection. This would then be related to like that paying attention and being more present in the moment, and really exercising your ability to do that. 4, it improves focus. Okay, again, your attention. 5, it reduces brain chatter. Okay, we know that our minds can be going a mile a minute, always thinking about what we have to do, what we didn't do, what we forgot to do. Okay, so it's that moment, that 5 to 10 minutes a day that you can just take and not have to really think about anything specific. Just focus on the breath. All right, so that is my brief presentation for you this evening. I do hope that you would have gotten something to take away from that you can utilize and help in life. As we are all experiencing, I'm sure, some changes. Things are different. The world is different. No one can deny that. Over the last 2 years, one thing after the next, right? But we're going to do our best to all get through it with grace. So I'll have the information up here on Facebook for anybody that wanted to get to the page where they can learn more about the health coaching, which is bit.ly/health coach Felicia, bit.ly/health coach Felicia. Thank you. Rain says, great presentation. So definitely look out for more information on the pillars of wellness. I will be bringing that forward to you soon. Just keep up with me over the next several weeks. There's going to be information in the stories, information in reels, information in posts. So definitely stick and stay. There's so much more in store. You can see that we have recently changed all of our handles, so we're no longer at Adderley Physio online. You will find me under the handle at I am Dr. Felicia. That's at I am Dr. Felicia. So that is how you will find me on Instagram. I'm still Adderley Physiotherapy on Facebook. Let's see, but everywhere else, YouTube, TikTok, Clubhouse. So I'm new to Clubhouse, y'all. So if y'all are on there, please do give me a little follow, and then I can follow you back also. I'd be happy to connect with you all over there. So check me out on all the social platforms. You're going to be seeing so much more on all of those channels over the next several months. Okay, so lots of exciting changes are coming up. You all won't want to miss a thing. Be sure that you stay connected. If there are not any further questions, I am going to get ready to sign off at this time. So this is Dr. Felicia here, making the world healthier, one woman at a time. Hopefully, I'll see you here again next week, same time, same place, next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, with another topic that will enrich your life. Bye.